Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. At the conclusion of this seminar, you will have learned 3 key aspects of putting the best speech contest on in our area. There will be a purpose, and the purpose of this speech presentation is to inform our members about Club Speech Contest. The members should be able to retain the order and the planning that goes into coordinating and sharing a contest. And I would like to see visible results that will get our members interested in speech contests so that they can complete projects 6, 8, or 10 in their CL manual, which will help them build their leadership skills. I have passed out some papers to you, and you can go ahead and take notes on these. But I want you to take a few minutes and think about some of your personal Toastmaster goals. And the reason I want you to think about this for a few minutes is so that you get a better idea of what is it that I really want to do in Toastmasters. What are some of my goals? Do I want to go ahead and complete my Competent Communicator manual within the next 6 months to a year? My Competent Leadership, I can do that in probably 6 months if I work really hard. What about my advanced speeches? What kind of books am I going to select once I get my first 10 as my building block completed? So kind of take a look at that. Think about your expectations. What do you expect from the club? And then I want you to list a few things that you hope to achieve by the end of June, which is the end of our Toastmaster year. So if you will, go ahead and just take a few minutes to think about your goals and write those down on your paper, and then we're going to talk about them for just a few minutes. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to start my stopwatch here on my phone, and I'm going to give you 4 minutes to do that. If you need to talk during this time, please feel free to talk or raise your hand. Maybe another minute? Thirty seconds. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of our personal Toastmaster goals. Who would like to go first? Adam.
Thank you. The goal would be to work towards my first 10 before June, try to get that completed. Also, the longer speeches, the one you're doing now, the 20 to 25, that's what I had to envision joining this, to be able to have a sustained speech.
Okay, great. Danny, what are some of your personal goals?
My personal goals are to become a more effective communicator and to be able to communicate in a fluid manner, maybe have a little more or a little less rigidity to some of my speaking ability.
Very good, and you're going to learn
Do
that
something
in
with my
time.
hands.
I understand completely. I believe when I first started speaking and was working on my first 10 speeches, I was so serious and so military is another word for it. And that's because maybe that was the way I was brought up, to where I was so structured that I wasn't allowing myself to have enough fun. And I wasn't adding humor into my speeches, which really brings the audience in when we have humor, just like when Lynn had humor today. Randy, what about your personal goals?
I didn't write any down.
What about your club expectations?
I want to finish my 10 speeches. Is one of my goals.
Okay. Prony.
Yeah, I
what
want
about
to
you?
also finish my 10 speeches by June, and also want to become a better speaker and try to organize my speeches better.
Great. Angelina?
Same here. Complete my 10 speeches by June. Control my nerves and use them to my advantage, and try to be more eloquent. Like try to enunciate better.
Okay, great. Miss Mary?
I didn't work on it, so.
Okay. What about some goals by June? Do you have anything in mind, since you are our top Toastmaster?
Well, I just made my goals now to get back in the groove, because I've been playing around for a while. So that's my goal, is to get back and complete maybe half of it.
Okay,
Because I know I'm not gonna complete it by June. So
great. Simone?
So let's see. Complete the Advanced Communicator Gold by June 30th, as well as this is a continuing on thing, but talking when I'm excited, talk slower, calm down, type of a deal.
Great. Jeff?
One that you've all heard pretty well, at least pretty much on everybody on the other side, I think, is my main goal would just be to complete the 10 speeches first and see where I go after that, possibly into some advanced manual or something.
Okay. I'll
Probably
tell
my
you,
main one.
our advanced manuals are so much more fun, but the first 10 speeches are so very important too, because those are the foundation, and that really helps us to get that start. Because when I first started working for Manatee County, I started out in employee health benefits. Bless you.
Sorry.
One of my jobs was every Wednesday to get in front of a group about this size and tell them about their benefits, medical, dental, life insurance, long-term disability. I was so nervous. And then I did it for about 6 years before I left and went to planning. And when I joined Toastmasters, I thought, well, I can do this. And then, to my surprise, I said, oh my gosh, I did not realize there were so many different variances to the speeches with body language, voice, etc. So once you do finish your first 10, really look at the advanced manuals, what they have to offer, speaking with humor, storytelling, television, Simone's specialty. Those are all so much more fun, and you really get excited about it when you finally can get into those advanced manuals. And when you finish your Competent Leadership book, purchase another one immediately and start it over again. That's how you get these Triple Crown pens that Lynn and I have earned so far. Lynn, what's your goal?
Well, my ultimate goal is to be DTM. My club expectations for you all is to help us get President's Distinguished again this year, and to receive our 3rd membership achievement for Talk Up Toastmasters for our February-March membership contest. And by June the 30th, I'm hoping to complete my second CL and my Advanced Communications Silver to receive my second Triple Crown.
Awesome. Priscilla, you are new, but have you thought about any type of Toastmaster goals yet? Maybe
I would
just
like to have 10 speeches, but I'll settle for 5.
okay.
Five
5
by
is a
June?
good.
Yeah.
It's realistic, definitely.
That is very realistic.
Okay, so we've pretty much answered most of the questions on here, what you hope to achieve, what your expectations are of your club, what can our officers do for you. We're here to serve you. I can remember when I first started Toastmasters, it was all about me. I didn't care who was doing what speech, I was just concentrating on how many I had done. And now, after I had earned the few of my awards, I said, you know what, it's more than just about me. It's about everybody in here. We can't get to Distinguished Toastmaster without each other. We can't achieve those advanced goals without each other. And so now my attitude has changed. It's all about you. It's no longer about my personal goals and what I want to achieve, because I know if I help everybody in here, we're going to achieve as a team, which makes our club look really great in our area as well as our district. So let me tell you, now that we've done a little bit of establishing a rapport with one another, let's take a look at planning a speech contest. Timer, how are we doing on time?
12 minutes.
Thank you. Whether you are planning a speech contest and you're helping Patty Young to coordinate it, or you want to be the chair, the contest chair pretty much is like the Toastmaster of the day. There is a script, thank goodness for that. So when you're planning, we're thinking of the date, the time, and the place that we want to have it. Knowing our club background, Len has gone ahead and everybody has agreed that we do it on February 15th at 11:30 down in the board, because the weekends just didn't fit our club's needs. So we're looking to fit our club's needs when we schedule these speech contests. There's a rule book. The rule book tells you that for international speech contests that the members have to have completed at least 6 speeches in order to compete. For table topics, there's no criteria to have met, and it is a lot of fun. Then we think about not only our contest master, but we need a chief judge, we need a few other judges, we need 2 timers. Why? Does anybody know?
In case you're like me, I forget to time.
Checks and balances. It's good to have 2 timers, one to actually start the stopwatch, one to flip the cards. It's really great to have 2 timers. Ballot counters. We need somebody to count our ballots. We need participants. So we need speakers and table topic speakers. So those are some of the roles also that need to be filled. And it's important that we get those filled. There's a spreadsheet. Thank God for Excel, because this spreadsheet will really help us as we are putting a contest together. The tabs that are on this worksheet populate in different areas because somebody's smart enough, and it wasn't me, to put formulas in there. So it's really a lot of fun, and I encourage you to get involved in our speech contest, whether it's this one that's coming up or the one that we will do in another 6 months. So those are some of the basics of putting a speech contest together. And then we have to think about the awards. And as our officers have already discussed with one another, it's nice to get a trophy. They cost money. The money has to come from somewhere. We could do a bake sale, but Toastmasters has rules. So we have to know what our bylaws are as far as having a fundraiser to raise money sometimes whenever our general fund is a little low. That general fund gets built every 6 months when people renew and we get $10 per member. But we sometimes have to be creative and think of ways so that we can have monies for little trophies that cost about $8 or $10. It's nice to get a trophy, but it's also nice to get a certificate that says first place or second place, because once you have left and gone forward from your club contest, if you get first place there, then you go to area. They have trophies for area, division, and district, and they're really nice trophies. And they go from small to really big when you go to district, especially for international. Then there's our humorous and evaluation type contest too. And for humorous speeches, you do not have to have a certain amount of speeches done, which is nice. So there's no criteria for that one. And as far as evaluations, there's no criteria. You just have to be an active member and in good standing with your club. Does anybody have any questions? Is it pretty simple? Understandable so far? Okay. So as you plan and as you look through your Competent Leadership Manual, take a look at Project 6, Project 8, and Project 10 in your books. Plan, make it realistic, and be the first one to say, hey, I want to help with our next speech contest. Timer, how many minutes?
Just over 17.
Okay. So, at the end of this training seminar, I have attached an evaluation sheet. If you would, again, I have my stopwatch here. If you'll take about 2 minutes to go ahead and complete that. We'll go ahead and time you for the next 2 minutes to go over the evaluation sheet. You don't have to put your name on it. You can tear those off of the back page and turn those in to me. If you have a gift, I would appreciate a gift. Maybe a pair of earrings, necklace. A speech contest can definitely be a scary thing when you're first starting out and when we have so many brand new members. But I think that once you've been through a speech contest, you enjoy it because you enjoy the teamwork that it takes to put one together. As you go to area, and everybody will be invited to go to our area contest as well so that we can support our club speaker. But you also get to meet other Toastmasters that are here in our area. And then when you go to division, there's an even larger go to our Toastmaster Leadership Institute. So not only are you learning valuable leadership skills, but you're also expanding your horizons. You're meeting other Toastmasters that have similar ways about them that are same as yours. You may have something in common with somebody that loves horses or loves the farm life, likes fishing, rollerblading, going to the library, storytelling, theater. So you meet a whole lot of different types of people. I encourage you to think about our next speech contest that we will be planning for June. And I thank you for your attention and your participation. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you.